The Derby Telegraph found that cameras between Titchell services and Junction 29A at Duckmanton were in operation when the traffic flow was as normal and the national speed limit was in place. The 4 cameras caught 8,382 drivers over the limit last year, the fastest recorded at 128 miles per hour, making it the most profitable section of enforced motorway in the country. All fines for exceeding the limit on these motorways goes directly to the government. It is not clear on how many other sections of smart motorway that cameras are permanently snapping drivers, even when variable limits are not in place. However, Highways England, the government department responsible for smart motorways, does state that, if no special speed limit is displayed, then the national speed limit applies. Motorists already have a fairly low opinion of the recently introduced smart routes. Only unclassified narrow lanes with passing points were deemed more treacherous than a 4-lane motorway with no hard shoulder and an AA poll of 19,506 motorists. More than a fifth, 22%, of drivers surveyed said smart all-lane running motorways are more dangerous than rural B roads, 19%, where the majority of deaths and serious injuries take place in the UK. In contrast, 1 in 24% felt a traditional 3-lane motorway with a continuous hard shoulder is the nation's least dangerous road type. In 2016, rural B, C and unclassified roads had 135 fatal or serious incidents per billion vehicle miles, while motorways were the safest routes with 23 fatal or serious incidents per billion miles traveled. A roads had 106 fatal or serious incidents per billion vehicle miles, according to Department for Transport statistics. Only single-lane roads too narrow to fit 2 cars side by side were deemed more dangerous than smart motorways in the poll, with 36% of the votes. By removing the hard shoulder and installing either a dynamic hard shoulder or all-lane running scheme, these smart motorways becoming far more treacherous in the eyes of drivers. When these motorists were asked if more frequent emergency refuge areas, ERAs, currently appearing every 1.5 miles on smart motorways, would calm their fears of all-lane running schemes, they said it would improve their perception of safety. It is concerning that drivers feel that all-lane running motorways are more dangerous as rural B roads. These are roads which you are almost 6 times as likely to have a fatal or serious incident on. There have been many collisions where broken-down vehicles have been hit when they couldn't reach a refuge area. We want to improve capacity and ease congestion on our roads, but safety should never be compromised. King said he welcomed the news from Highways England earlier this week, but said he remained unconvinced that a lay-by every mile is enough for drivers to get off the road safely in a stricken vehicle. Two-fifths, 38% of AA members say they avoid the new Lane 1 on a smart motorway for fear of coming across a broken-down vehicle, Mr. King added. More than half of drivers, 55%, say that, faced with their vehicle breaking down, they are only prepared to drive up to half a mile before stopping in a live lane.